Baruch. Morning everyone, Boker Tov. New Siman Reish Samech Aleph. We're continuing in Erev Shabbat. That's how we're going. So now it's Zman Hadlakat Nerot Shabbat. The proper time to light the candles for Shabbat. The Shulchan Aruch opens Safek Chashecha. Safek Chashecha. What is Safek of darkness? So just going through the times of the day, we have Plaga Mincha, where some opinions already said that that's already considered night, and that's why you could say Arvit after Plaga Mincha. Then you have the time of lighting candles, which is before Shkia sunset. That's really when the next day is Shkia. So we light candles when we have the candle lighting time. We put usually 18 minutes before Shkia, but technically you could light already from Plaga Mincha. That's what we do in the summertime. So if a person really wants to start Shabbat early, then you could do it even earlier than the set time that we put in the bulletin. Let's say we put there 18 minutes because that's like, what they say, the 18 minutes to really be rushed before actually Shabbat starts. So following Shkia is Tzet HaKochavim, when the stars come out. But in between Shkia and Tzet HaKochavim, there's a time called Ben Hashmashot, where really the opinions that say Tzet HaKochavim, they say that's the next day, Tzet HaKochavim. But in between, maybe there's a in-between time. Is it considered the next day or is it the previous day? So what's these laws of Ben Hashmashot? So Safek Chashecha was a Safek if it's nighttime or not. Now also you have to remember that back then they didn't have watches and exact precision time, so it was Ben Hashmashot. It was difficult, but we'll explain what's that quantified in minutes. So Safek Chashecha, Vehu Ben Hashmashot, which is called Ben Hashmashot, and he says, which is like traveling 3/4 of a meal, call it a mile. After Shkiat Achama, in short, the most minimum opinion of Ben Hashmashot is 13 and a half minutes. 13 and a half minutes after sunset. So already into Shabbat, but in this time, is there something you can do? So first, like we say in Babim Madikim, En me'aserin tavadai. You're not allowed to do ma'aser on vadai, on things that are for sure you need to do ma'aser on. Eretz Yisrael, the vegetable said you cannot do that at this time. Then matbilim et kelim, we don't do tevilat kelim at this time. I need a vessel for food. Let me just dip it in the water. No, you can't do tevilat kelim at this time. Then madlikin et hanerot, we don't light the candles of Shabbat at this time. Candles have to be lit before Shkia, not during this time. Then me'arevin eruvet tchumin, you don't do the eruv of tchumin. We don't really do neighbors tchumin. We don't do that eruv. Aval me'aserin demai, but we do maaser on demai. Demai is safek if maaser was taken on this or not. So that's already a safek. The time that we're in is a safek, so you could do maaser of demai at that time. V'tomenin et hachamin, and you do, as we just learned, the laws of hatmana on the chagim, of the chamin before Shabbat. Remember we spoke about that if you do it before Shabbat, then it's fine to keep it on throughout Shabbat, let's say with towels, etc. Dvarim she'en mosif hevel. So during this time, you could do hatmana. Ume'arevin eruvei chatzerot, and you do eruvei chatzerot during this time. Umutar lomar, and this is a key. Maybe it's more that's more nogea. Umutar lomar le'eno Yehudi. You could tell a non-Jew Ben Hashmashot during Ben Hashmashot le'adlik ner letzorach Shabbat, to light a candle for you for the necessity of Shabbat. Chen lomar lo la'asot kol melacha she'i letzorach mitzvah. Any melacha that's for a mitzvah, you could tell him to do. Or something that he's really busy with, you could tell the goy to do that for you during this time. So this is a time, again, right before Ben Hashmashot, you could tell the goy to do this for you. Rabbi Avad Yosef adds that, like, let's say a case would be a person comes home late on Friday. He gives an example. He's visiting a loved one. He comes home late, and he's getting ready for Shabbat. Now he has to go to shul, but it's already after sunset. But within 13 and a half minutes before the first opinion of Tzedek Kochavim, during Ben Hashmashot, you could tell a goy to drive you to shul during this time. Otherwise, that's it. Then it's already night. And he ends off. So too, if a person is mekabel Shabbat already an hour, 2 hours early, let's say Plaga Mincha, you already mekabel Shabbat very early. During that time, so for you it's already Shabbat, but because it's still daylight outside, technically you could tell a goy to do what you want for you during that duration. And the last point of Avad Yosef does add that during Ben Hashmashot, on the list that wasn't mentioned here is Hafrashat Chala. where hafshach challah anyways is generally done in the state of dough, where I take off the piece of dough and I burn it, etc. But really, even if the bread's already been baked, and you know you didn't take off challah, so you're really not supposed to eat it till you take off challah, and you're allowed to take off challah when it's already baked, and you could, if you don't have other breads, you could take off challah during Ben Hashmashot as well. Okay, that's that for today, and we'll continue on this topic for the next couple of days. Minichat tonight at 4:30, and Gemara Shiur tonight at 8:30. Have a good day, everyone. Have a good day.